Okay.
All right.
Teanau Tuiono.
Mr. Speaker, I rise on to speak on sale and supply of alcohol sales on Anzac Day Morning, Good Friday, Easter Sunday and Christmas Day Amendment Bill, and want to acknowledge the member for bringing a bill to the House. Members' days are always interesting days when members get to have their say and to propose different legislation. And well, this is awkward because we won't be supporting this bill, at least I won't be. And I do say that with the utmost respect because I do enjoy watching the Honourable Kerry McNulty on the Breakfast Show and that so on and so forth, having political fisticuffs with members opposite, and also appreciate his skill in the House around being very precise and surgical in terms of his arguments as well. But I also, funnily enough, agree with the comments of the last speaker in terms of the similarities of the issues that were canvassed when that member attempted to do something in this area as well. Mr. Speaker, I guess the issue for me in general is, and maybe it's because I'm a bit old-fashioned, I see what my kids say, that Anzac Days, Good Friday, Easter Sundays and Christmas Days, these are times that we need to be able to put tools down. These are times that we need to be able to relax. We need to actually make sure that we get that balance right. And if we're going to have a big tutu around with the holidays, then that, in my opinion, disrupts that balance. And I do hear the point that was made earlier that, well, actually people are rostered on and so on and so forth. But if you make it a day where people can actually purchase alcohol, that will mean that more people will have to get rostered on to serve people. That's what that means. That means that more people have to come in to work as well. And everybody that has worked a low-paid job knows that it's very, very hard to turn the boss down. Very, very hard to turn the boss down when they come and have a chat to you saying that they want you to come in on a shift, and maybe that's on Anzac Day Morning, maybe that's on Good Friday, Easter Sunday, or far be it Christmas Day, because all of a sudden people are selling alcohol here, there and everywhere. And so, Mr. Speaker, from many of our position is that it's important that we actually focus on making sure that we get that balance right. And we've seen this, as the Greens have seen these types of bills before, and our position hasn't changed. We didn't support the member Cameron Luxton's bill when he brought that to the House, and I do, as I think I did when we were in this House earlier discussing his bill, acknowledge the work that he did going around the House and trying to canvass those ideas, and that's a commendable thing to do. But having said that, just after having those discussions, we still got to the same place, got to the same position that we have with this bill as well, as that is that we need to make sure that we get the balance right. We need to make sure that what we do doesn't actually end up having low-paid workers having to give up family time, give up community time, and being rostered on to work to serve alcohol, essentially, Mr. Speaker. So the Greens, we do support workplace democracy, collective organising, and fair pay, but also we also support time for life outside of work. Time for life outside of work, and people, I think, said it on both sides of the aisle so far, is that actually you don't have to hoard a whole lot of alcohol. You can be a bit sensible. Just get a couple of, get a 6-pack, or if that's what you want to do as well, get it on the Thursday. We still need to make sure that we can focus on those holidays in terms of their real importance and intentions. So, Mr. Speaker, many of us in the Greens will not be supporting this bill.
He would not be fun to take to the pub, would he? I like him, I really do, but
well, maybe he's not a drinker.
No.
Like Teanau Tuiono, I can picture not being a drinker. It does feel right for him.
I mean, he comes across the sort of guy that would have a beer as a cheeky treat, but yeah.
Yeah. He's not the guy who'll be at backbenches drinking a beer over there. He's one of those people who probably will very seldomly drink alcohol because he just, it kind of more feels like, it's like having what do you call it? Fizzy drink or something like that. He doesn't see it as a daily ritual in life.
Nah.
Or is he more of a wine drinker?
I actually think he might be more like of a wine mum, I think he has more in common with them than he does with, the drinking habits of Karen. I can't imagine him, sculling whiskey.
Yeah, no. Anything you wanted to say, Nick?
Oh, no. I just, I found it interesting, the whole kind of discussion around that we don't want to, we want to give our workers the time off. And I think, that's absolutely right. We do want to do that. But so I just think that's an interesting part of the conversation that didn't get highlighted earlier, and I think that's an interesting counter narrative that really. I was pleased that Teanau highlighted that. So it's an interesting.
I'm glad that he brought that up, because before we had Karen and Cameron saying, no, my bill's better than yours actually, and we want to go have a drink at the pub.
yeah, basically, yeah.
Thanks for watching. to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. News Guide, The Order, Paper Podcast.